The tarot is a mysterious system of images and symbols that have persisted for many centuries. This Ethiopian tarot deck blends the wonderful arcana of the tarot with the rich, ancient history of Ethiopia. The cards and guidebook is a celebration of tradition and history that many people have never heard before. For example, did you know that Aksum, Ethiopia, invented the shape of the modern royal crown? At a time when emperors would only wear wreaths or simple diadems upon the head, Aksum, Ethiopia created and popularized the shape and style of crown that has influenced European crowns till this day. Did you know of the powerful warrior Ethiopian queen that stood up against Alexander the Great in 325 BC? Or did you hear of Queen Amenarina, who fought and withstood the invasion from Augustus Caesar in 25 BC, defending the borders of Ethiopia from invasion? Most Western schools do not teach about history of Africa before slavery or anything before the colonial era. This is intentional. It is part of the residual racist system that teaches that there was no civilization or history of note in sub-Saharan Africa. This thinking is slowly losing strength, but it was a pivotal part of the colonial playbook to make sure that people of color did not know that they have a rich and proud history. Please read the following quote from a session of British Parliament in 1835 that illustrates perfectly the colonial playbook.
I have traveled across the length and breadth of India, and I have not seen one person who is a beggar, who is a thief, such high moral values, a people of such caliber that I do not think we would ever conquer this country unless we break the very backbone of this nation, which is her spiritual heritage, and therefore I propose that we replace her old and ancient education system, her culture, for if the Indians think that all that is foreign and English is good and greater than their own, they will lose their self-esteem, their native culture, and they will become what we want them, a truly dominated nation.
This shows that in order to colonize a country, you must first colonize the people's minds. Notice the singular goal of causing the Indian people to lose self-esteem. This tactic was used across the globe, because if a people do not esteem or love themselves, they are already defeated. It is the mission of Berhanu Publishing to raise the self-esteem of the African diaspora by sharing the rich culture and history of one of the oldest empires on earth. I do not have a big team or a lot of money, but my heart was compelled to create this deck, and if your heart is moved to help this project, you just might make this world a better place. I do not know if my effort will bear fruit, but please donate and receive your blessing. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. Betam Ameseganalu.